49ers defensive end Keion White. It happened early yesterday morning at a nightclub in San Francisco's Mission District. White was hosting a...
New details have surfaced regarding the early morning incident in San Francisco's Mission District that left 49ers defensive end Keion White injured. The shooting took place at the DL Lounge on Mission Street, where White was hosting a high-profile Super Bowl after-party. According to investigative reports and witness statements, the atmosphere shifted when rapper Lil Baby and his large entourage attempted to enter White's private VIP section. This sparked a verbal confrontation between the athlete and the rapper. Witnesses describe a chaotic scene where security and management were being notified of the escalating tension just moments before gunfire erupted. 2 rounds were fired, and White was subsequently found with a gunshot wound to the leg. Local residents reported being awoken by the flashing lights of emergency vehicles, noting that while the area has seen its share of trouble, an incident involving such high-profile figures during a celebratory weekend was a significant escalation of violence. The fallout from the shooting has been swift, with media figures like DJ Academics suggesting that Lil Baby is in a precarious legal position. Academics has publicly stated that because the incident occurred in a venue equipped with modern surveillance technology, law enforcement likely already has visual evidence of the shooter's identity. He argued that if an arrest isn't made within a 2-week window, it implies that investigators are building a much larger, more complex case rather than just a simple assault charge. The narrative surrounding the event has been further complicated by social media reactions, with some claiming the rapper was attempting to bolster his street credibility by engaging in a violent confrontation with a professional athlete. This comes at a time when Lil Baby's reputation is already under intense scrutiny due to his decision to distance himself from his 4PF label. Lil Baby previously addressed the dissolution of the 4PF brand, explaining that he realized he could be held legally accountable for the actions of those associated with him. He admitted that he originally didn't understand the full scope of how street affiliations could be used against him in a court of law. He expressed regret over making his label something he talked about so openly in his music, noting that it was a mistake to create a brand that could be interpreted by authorities as a street team or a gang. This shift in strategy is largely seen as a defensive move against the aggressive legal climate in Atlanta, where the district attorney's office has been increasingly using racketeering laws to target rap collectives. The legal pressure on the rapper is not limited to the San Francisco incident. In his hometown of Atlanta, investigators have been meticulously building a case that includes wiretap conversations. During recent court proceedings, testimony revealed that unidentified individuals were recorded discussing tickets being placed on people's heads. In the context of gang investigations, a ticket is understood to be a bounty or a price for someone to be harmed or killed. The prosecution has explicitly alleged that these bounties were linked to Dominique Jones, known professionally as Lil Baby. These allegations of orchestrating violence carry the potential for severe, long-term prison sentences if they result in formal charges and convictions. Journalists familiar with the Atlanta legal landscape, such as George Cheedy, have noted that the public defender's office is preparing for a massive racketeering indictment involving 4PF. Cheedy, who accurately predicted the YSL indictment involving Young Thug, suggests that the authorities are using a similar blueprint to target Lil Baby's circle. This has prompted reactions from within the industry, including from Young Thug himself, who used social media to criticize the lead investigators and district attorney officials. Young Thug's decision to post photos of a government official and label her a liar has created further complications, as prosecutors view such actions as potential witness intimidation or a smoke signal to his followers to cause harm, which could lead to his own probation being revoked. Adding to the rapper's mounting troubles is a tragic incident from the previous summer that Atlanta police are now laying at his feet. During a press conference, Major Ralph of the Atlanta Police Department detailed the deaths of 2 young teenagers, Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman. Police allege that these deaths were the direct result of a gang-related retaliation sparked by Lil Baby filming a music video in a rival gang's territory. Law enforcement officials characterized the move as a cowardly act by a wealthy artist who chose to bring heat to a vulnerable neighborhood for the sake of an image. They claim the presence of the rapper and his crew drew immediate attention and gunfire, leading to a chain reaction of violence that claimed the lives of children. While fans argue that the rapper was simply doing his job and supporting local businesses like a taco shop seen in social media videos, the police maintain that the unauthorized filming created a deadly environment. The internal dynamics of the Atlanta rap scene have also been fractured by the outcome of the YSL trial. The perceived snitching by rapper Gunna has created a rift that many believe is irreparable. Sources suggest that Gunna's plea deal may have provided investigators with information that not only impacted Young Thug, but also opened the door for the current scrutiny facing Lil Baby. Since that trial concluded, Lil Baby has seen an uptick in his own legal run-ins, including an arrest for carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. Viral footage of the arrest showed a frustrated rapper arguing with officers about his status and his need for security, further highlighting his contentious relationship with law enforcement. The tension has extended into the media world, specifically through a heated and bizarre feud with DJ Academics. The media personality has accused Lil Baby's camp of trying to buy his silence with a $30,000 payment to stop him from criticizing the rapper's music. Despite this alleged payment, Academics claims he was backdoored when a member of Lil Baby's entourage, known as K. Rich, physically assaulted him in Miami. K. Rich later bragged about the incident on a live stream, confirming that he slapped Academics' associate. In response, Academics has increased his price for silence to $300,000 and threatened to use his platform to cause $1 million worth of damage to Lil Baby's brand and career. He mocked the rapper for allegedly pretending not to know K. Rich when questioned, calling the move a sign of fear regarding potential police involvement. Public support for the rapper appears to be wavering as these controversies pile up. His recent album sales were significantly lower than his previous peaks, and he has faced ridicule for allegedly avoiding a boxing match with Academics after demanding an unrealistic $40 million purse. Critics and fans alike have pointed out the irony of a rapper who projects a gangster persona being seemingly hesitant to settle a dispute physically while simultaneously being investigated for much more serious street crimes. The fact that his associates continue to claim the 4PF name in public disputes, despite the rapper's attempts to officially close the label, suggests a lack of control that could be his undoing in a RICO case. The cumulative effect of these events paints a picture of a superstar under siege from multiple directions. Between the shooting in San Francisco, the bounty allegations in Atlanta, the fallout from his music video shoots, and the public warfare with media figures, the legal net appears to be tightening. Observers note that the transition from local police interest to federal oversight often signals the beginning of the end for major rap collectives. While Lil Baby continues to maintain his innocence and attempts to navigate his career, the consistent pressure from the district attorney's office and the potential for a sprawling racketeering indictment suggest that his legal battles are only just beginning. The industry remains on edge, watching to see if one of its biggest stars will be the next to face the full weight of the judicial system.